The economic slowdown has an immense impact on furniture retailing industry. Drop in housing transaction means there is less demand for furniture. However, on the other hand, we can observe emerging need for upgrading the home interior of already existing properties. The current unfavorable economic condition is encouraged by lower prices as an effect of great competition among specialist retailers, as well as fast rise of non-specialist players such as Tesco, B&Q or eBay. Today's economic situation also severely influenced the society, now characterized by price sensitivity, lower level of purchase confidence and demand for instant services and products. Nowadays, for many of us, furniture products are not considered as a priority purchase. However, as Minter reports show, high level of house moves or shift to more stay-at-home lifestyle all contribute to rising demand for those products. Today, most of us has an easy access to PC and internet. The furniture retailer use that fact not only for their promotional campaigns but also to present their inventory to let us check sizes, colors, prices, and then even buy the item and organize delivery. Although the large number of businesses going online, there is still a demand for visiting stores, especially among women who like to touch and feel the products they buy. The environmental awareness became very significant these days. Consciousness about green ethical issues, use of fair trade products, and reducing the carbon footprint is not only imposed by a series of restrictions of retailers, but has been adopted by the customer, which sometimes is a decisive factor in their purchasing process. The exceptions include price-sensitive consumers who choose bottom-market retailers.
In terms of its development, UK furniture industry has reached maturity stage, which is the most profitable point. There is a high competition on the UK furniture market, which resulted in increased prices and high similarity of products. As UK society became more sophisticated and demanding, furniture products are diverse and easily reached. Furniture sales continue at a slower pace, however the demand for furniture is static. Defining stage of the whole furniture industry is complicated due to the fact it is a highly segmented industry and each subdivision requires different strategy approach regarding its market growth stage. There are several implications for industry strategy during the maturity stage. The primary goal is to maintain market share, building brand loyalty, and extending the product lifecycle. Products require modification and added features in order to differentiate from competition. There is also a need for greater effort into encouraging competitors' customers to switch, such as long-term sales, promotions, and incentives to resellers in order to avoid losing shelf space. Regarding the current unfavorable economic conditions, UK furniture industry faces slightly pause in sales, which could be indicating entry into decline stage. At this point, the players within the industry can either take the challenge and redevelop or risk failing. Further's 5 forces model analysis will be based on IKEA. IKEA is a privately held international home products retailer. The company, which introduced flat pack design furniture at affordable prices, is now the world's largest furniture retailer. Barriers to entry are low and there are fewer economies of scale, leading to a strong and vibrant independent specialist sector. Startup costs are relatively low due to the lack of any need to carry stock as more products are made on demand. IKEA has thousands of visitors per week, great number of potential buyers, and wide range of products. Existing supermarkets such as Tesco, Asda and Sainsbury's are introducing cheaper substitutes which create threat for IKEA. IKEA has a great number and diversity of suppliers and take advantage of low switching costs. Despite a growth in independent specialists as well as non-specialist sector, IKEA still remains as market leader due to high demand for furniture on UK market in last decade. The UK furniture market remains highly fragmented, with the top 20 specialist retailers accounting for just under half of all specialist sales. The UK is IKEA's most successful market. IKEA is the market leader and it has market share twice that of its nearest rival, and further growth only held back by the planning authorities. After analyzing dynamics of competitive structure in the furniture industry by implementing 5 forces model based on IKEA, it can be identified that there is a moderate threat of new entries, low bargaining power of buyers, high threat of substitute products and services, low bargaining power of suppliers, and moderate density of competition between IKEA and industry competitors.
Current economic situation means that furniture retailers must not only fight for the survival but more importantly gain competitive advantages. Consumers' price sensitivity requires value for money, and therefore the company critical factors for success should be based on reduce of production costs through, for example, products or packaging innovation such as flat packaging introduced by IKEA. The need for convenience and accessibility can be satisfied by choosing the right location for retail store, providing different facilities including parking, lifts, restaurant, nursery, as well as enough checkouts to minimize queuing and enabling fast service, bearing in mind sophisticated customers' needs and wants. Furniture retailers' capability of being a recognizable and trustworthy brand can be possible to obtain due to strategic marketing plan as well as well-trained and skilled workforce which best represent company's name and mission. Changes in legislation or amended regulation will increase competition and in turn lessen the market share of individual players in the market. The macroeconomic factors are relevant as in the recession most people will refrain from spending too much. Customers will start to think twice before they pay for the product. The housing market is hugely significant for the future of the furniture industry. The disastrous climate that is the recession means a lack of transaction to new houses for the near future. This led to a slowdown of buyers into the housing market sector, which in turn means the frequency of purchasing new furniture won't be at the high rate it once was. Whilst currently consumer interest in green and ethical issues depend on which segment of the market they are buying in, the coming years forecast a new type of consumer, a consumer that will expect an ethically produced product, regardless of what segment the companies are in. Should any companies not keep up with this change in the market, there is a likelihood they'll get left behind by the more adaptive competitors. Positive trends emerging for the future of the furniture industry are the rising creation of more one- and two-person household dwellings. This is driven by factors such as high divorce rates, people living longer, increasing number of professional women, and more couples delaying having a family. By having furniture stores which incorporate features such as furnishing, textile and cafes, you can provide a shopping experience for the consumer as opposed to a quick visit. Today's trends indicate the consumer of the future will be more efficient with their time. If companies are able to provide multiple elements under one roof at low pricing and good quality, then the consumer will often go to that shop in comparison to one that provides furniture only. Technology has become more advanced. It's becoming an accessible feature for players to promote their product on the internet. This is an essential tool to gain an advantage over competitors and also a way to adapt to consumer needs. For example, IKEA has put the catalog on the web so the customer can know the dimensions of the product. So how will these threats and opportunities impact on players in the industry? Well, this depends on which segment the company is in. For a specialist company like MFI, who focus on providing mainly furniture to its customers, may struggle in the next few years. This relates to the restricted target customer base. However, low-price organizations that offer good quality, of which IKEA is the pinnacle, should perform steadily as they have a culture, service and innovation which is sustainable for the next 5 years. So how will this impact players' competitive strategies? The current climate of recession is somewhat unpredictable, however it is not the first we've had, and based on previous times it may take a few years to steer away from the negative image cost. In retail industries such as clothes, food, etc., the sales rate has declined, whereas the sales rate in multi-purpose furniture store has remained strong throughout the current time. This led us to say that competition in this industry have seen what the lack of modernization can do to the likes of MFI, who were once market leaders. Companies like IKEA, B&Q, Homebase or Habitat will need to take advantage of the opportunities that the recession has provided them to be more innovative in their strategies. These threats and opportunities may well mean that the culture and conceptual principles of some players in industry will need to change. Those that have a narrow competitive scope will need to focus on differentiating their products and offer additional services like loyalty cards and discounts, whereas those with broad competitive scopes will need to focus on cost leadership. This can be done by keeping prices low and offering ethically produced products to maintain consumer stability and interest.